All right, everyone. Today, on the final hour, I have Oryonrex, and we're going to have a good time, have a fun time, and that's the plan, right? That's every time we do a final hour show is to have a good time. So, with that being said, first things, any question I ask, you don't have to answer. Like if it's something that bothers you, irks you, whatever it may be, you could just go bye-bye. I don't want to answer this, and straight bypass it. All right.
I will let you know.
All right, sounds good. Now, with that out of the way, first question is, who is Oryonrex and as a person outside of content creation? I also like using my dick to slap on the inside.
Thank you for the titties.
Really? And thank you for those 100 titties, Mystery Pop-Tart.
What a statement.
I know, right? It's fucking, like, my chat's awesome, but they have those moments where it's just like, really? Did you just say that? And yeah. So, who are you outside of content creation, just your everyday, normal life? And who are you?
Well, outside of creating content on TikTok, just your average geeky kind of guy. You know, love video games. I play a lot of music, like making music. I songwrite. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there's really not much. Just your average geek.
Okay.
Who's very short.
So, since you're an average geek, what else do you do that is geek-like besides music? And I'm guessing you probably watch anime. Taking a wild guess.
From time to time, I'll watch it. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I'll watch it when I feel like I want to.
Okay.
And I play a lot of video games, like on that kind of side of geekiness.
What games?
Ooh, a lot. Like from like classic ones like Mario and Zelda to the more recent like the recent Resident Evil 2 remake that made 2 years ago, I believe.
Okay. So you pretty much play any type of game that catches your eye then?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would be your favorite game that you started playing, or genre that was your favorite type of game to play?
If we're talking about favorite video games, it would have to be The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. It's a beautiful game. You do a lot of things, and I just really love the role-playing aspect of it. And that does actually also go into the other part of the question of the type of genre, which is role-playing games. I really enjoy those kind of games.
Okay.
Especially when there's a certain character development and good story behind it. I just lose myself into that.
Like how
those kind of things.
I know God of War is more action based, but it is had RPG elements in the most recent one. Like that was one that you just get sucked in. Was Tales of Symphonia? That was one. It was the first Tales series besides Tales of Destiny, I think it was, that I got sucked into. I was just like, holy crap. Like, this is freaking insanely good. And it's so hard nowadays to get games to do that.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Mm-hmm. Did you get to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I haven't, but I would love to get into it. I played the original Final Fantasy VII, and I want to try to get right into the remake.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. It sucks you in. The action's really good. It's very fluid and a lot of fun. It was really good. Really good. And so Skyrim. So if you play Skyrim, have you tried Final Fantasy 14 actually?
I tried getting into Final Fantasy 14, but it wasn't really my type of thing. Like, gotcha. I play online role playing games, but that in particular didn't really catch my interest, to be honest.
No, I get you. Like, it's outdated now, especially now. I feel that if Square Enix or another company made a game like Final Fantasy 4, or not Final Fantasy 14, but Final Fantasy 7's combat and speed style, and it doesn't have to look as flashy, but on that level of speed and combat, and on top of Final Fantasy 14's like story arc and everything and raids, they would have a great game. Because nowadays 14 is like so slow paced, and it's like, there's diehard people who play it and have been playing it since day one, but it's kind of, it gets boring after a while. So I totally agree. Those first 50 levels are like, what? Huh? Wait, what happened? Like seriously?
Yeah. I always prefer the older
turn-based
gameplay of the Final Fantasy games.
I turn-based, like 6 was my favorite. I still say 6 is like the best one. So since you're an RPG fan, besides Skyrim, like what was your first RPG you ever played?
Oh wow. That's actually a trick one because I played a lot of those when I first was introduced to them. I can't really remember the first one. Ooh, wow. I'm gonna have to think really hard about that one.
Okay. I guess we could come back to that one. So you mentioned you do music. What instrument do you play? Or do you do it digitally?
I play a lot of instruments from guitar, drums, trumpets. I used to play clarinet. Like whatever instrument that I find interesting, I'll pick it up and learn how to play it.
Very cool, very cool. So who got you into music?
Like as a kid, I just wanted to play instruments for fun, but as time goes by, I started listening to a lot of like 90s, 2000s rock groups, and I wanted to learn some of their music, and so I decided to pick up instruments that go with that and try to learn their songs.
Okay.
And that's pretty much how I started learning or knowing how to make music of my own.
Very cool. So you pretty much just picked it up because you liked it and just kept going. And you're like, screw it, I want to play this. And you learn as like whatever you want to learn. So do you write songs or anything, or do you just like play what you hear, or it's just what kind of style do you play? Like all like the good old details right there.
I make my own songs, yes, and styles. It's usually like the alternative metal kind of style, but I try to put my own twist into it to kind of fit other genres outside of rock and metal and just fuse them together.
Cool. Very cool. I would like to hear some of that someday. Or maybe I could use some of your tracks on some videos. Who knows? That'd be pretty cool. Now,
Keep that in mind.
yeah, that would be really cool. Get your name out there a little bit more and spread the love. Hell yeah. So, your buddy AMV God, can't remember that's exactly his name, referred you. And how did you two meet?
On TikTok 2 years ago. Can't remember exactly how we started talking, but I noticed that he was liking some of my videos and he was very interested in some of the stuff I do. And I decided to check his videos out. And then I was interested in his, so I followed back. Then when I started doing more of like my cosplay stuff, I decided that I would decide to make my own group because I've noticed that some people would make groups of their own, and I wanted to create one with like a meaning behind it. And he was the first person to join in, and he helped me bring more people to join that group.
Awesome. And what's the group? What does the group pertain to? Like, what's the details of this group? Like, what's the meaning behind it?
Well, if you ask,
Yeah.
now that you ask, basically, what this group is about is we try to bring people who put a lot of hard work into their content, but they never get enough appreciation for them when there's like so many videos that don't put a lot of effort into them. Not a lot of effort. It uses the same formula that popular creators would likely use nowadays.
Okay.
That they know that would get the views and the likes, when there's so many other people that have done a lot more than they did, and they don't get the love that they expected to get after that.
Yeah, the whole views and everything like on TikTok has changed so drastically. It's insane. I remember I cracked the algorithm a while back, and that's why my wife was able to shoot up like crazy, and I shot up with her. But now it's like it's changed so much. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's literally random what TikTok decides to push out. You still can like get known and pushed out on there, but it's not the same. And it's kind of like discouraging, but yet at the same point, I still will post content on there. And I know that feeling, like having people come and share and meet and get to know each other is always an awesome thing. And that's what a lot of people need to do more of, is like helping each other out, sharing everything, letting people know what's up, what's going on. I mean, you never know, like one person might see your thing and be like, oh my God, I love this guy. I want everyone to know about this guy, because it's the same kind of people they like. And that would never happen if, like, say, I've never met you. If I didn't meet AMV, YouTube God, I think that's how you say it. Notice God, YouTube God, one or two. I would not be talking to you right now. And you seem like a really cool dude. Like you're into music. You could pick up any instrument and get going with it. Like, not a lot of people cannot do that. And I'm pretty sure you play by ear, is my best guess.
It depends on the instrument. If it's something like piano, no, I need lessons to learn that.
Oh yeah,
because piano is a very difficult instrument to learn.
Differentiating the two, yes, I'll give you that one. But I guarantee you can use one hand and find what works, find what keys work, what flows with the song, what rhythm.
If I just get familiar with the notes of each key, yeah, I would. It would be easier for me, but both hands.
Yeah, the off rhythm thing. That's even I can't do that. And I played guitar for 12 years, and I was like, I could never touch piano with like the off rhythm. I don't know how people do that, but they do it really well. I know that, like, really well. But you started this thing to be able to help people out, like people get to know each other, and that's freaking noble and awesome. And like, what's your goals with it? Like, what's the end goal?
Not only to make the group more well known, like they know the name, they know the purpose of the group. Other than those, I just want people to realize that there's a lot of people who really put a lot of heart and soul into their videos, and just try to get to know the person, and try to look forward to those kind of content, like whether it be cosplaying or building or just simply
anything,
just their own unique thing. Yeah,
anything. Just let people get known. Like, you, like, hey, I make this stuff, and like, if you're interested, why don't you swing by? I'm interested. You're cool, but I don't like your personality. Okay, so who's the next one? That's kind of like how it is. It's like you could have like the thing, like, hey, you have this, but I come and see you. It's like, wait, I don't vibe with you. But then at the same point, other people will come by like, man, you're fucking epic. Then that's what I love about like when people want to help each other out. And congrats on that mystery Pop-Tart. Like that's fucking badass that you got that 1K bit badge. Hell yeah, that's new. I don't remember that one ever popping up. It's pretty cool. But it's one of those where you want to help people and get people like known and out there, and it's hard now to get like the right audience to the right people. I'm real like as I do this, like my interviews do great on live, but then when I go to YouTube, it doesn't do as good depending on the person, but usually it's not as like as many hits, but it's okay because I have fun doing them. And that's all I care about. I have fun meeting people and having a good time.
Yeah, that's the most important part of doing these things. It's like, as long as you're having fun with it, it's like views and likes just kind of like a secondary thing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And they come as they go, because if you love doing what you're doing, you're dedicated, you put the time and energy and work into it, you're going to get out there. And it's just going to take time, proper marketing, and just meeting people, collaborating, like just doing things. So that's your end goal, is just having everyone meet up and be happy and cool with each other, and just like get everyone get learning who each other is and getting known. That's awesome. I love that. I live for that kind of stuff. I really do, because a lot of people don't do that nowadays, and it's infuriating. It's really infuriating. But it is what it is. So let's see, where can we take this? You like music, you like games. What else do you like doing, actually? Do you have a job?
No, but I'm currently looking for one. It's pretty hard when COVID's happening.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could be doing everything right now, and just like be doing like music, trying to sell that on what's it called, like iTunes or wherever, or to go to Fiverr, like, hey, I'll make a music track for you if you have the capabilities for people, and sell them the rights to the song. I mean, there's ways you could do it if you're stuck at home all the time. You got a creative mind. You got like what, 50K-ish or 40-ish on TikTok. So it's like
last time I think it was 55,000.
But still, you have all that on TikTok. Not too many people have that. So it's like, you might as well just like keep going with it. Like just do it. Like, and make it your thing. Like, you make music. You got it right there.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you?
Like I'm currently working on it, so that it would be another thing that I can do if because at some point TikTok may not be a thing that I'm going to be doing forever. Like, I could be like, music could be like a backup plan, and I could be doing that, and this could be like a kind of like a career for me in a way, which is something I'm hoping that will happen when I get back into doing it.
What's that, music?
Yeah.
You could always make anything you want. All it takes is time, dedication, and work. And it's just like talking to people, learning, and that's what it is. It's consistently learning. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, when you jump into content creation, it's all about learning. What do people want? What do you want to see? Who do you want to meet? And it's one of those, like, I don't know. This is a discussion I like talking about, even though like we're here we're interviewing you, but it's like a like a discussion, like, cause it's a deep discussion, because you hit something that's very true. Like, you have something, but you're trying to find a job. You can't right now. What can you do? You have a skill. People need your skill. They need music, especially with this DCMA or DCMA shit, or DMCA. There we go. Like, you have a skill that people need. You can sell songs. You can sell like mini intros, like 10-second clips, or like 30-second things, or like, and most videos now are either 3 to 8 minutes. So you can sell something that's like an 8-minute track, where it's something. Or like, hey, I'll write an intro for your show. You get where I'm going. Like, you can do that. You have that ability. A lot of people don't. And market that. Use that. Then why have to work for the man? The only man you have to work for is yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I haven't really thought much about it. Like, yeah, I've thought about like making songs for some people, but that's something that I never really thought about. That's completely new to me. Wow.
That's kind of what I do. I figure like I'll hear something and I'm like, hey, why aren't you doing this? Like, for real. That's kind of like how I am. I'll just sit there and like, yeah, well, you have this ability. Why the fuck are you not using it? Like, come on. So with everything going on and all this, all these things and everything, you have music, you have games. I mean, you could even stream games, but you don't get as much exposure unless you're offline. But that's totally different. But let's go into TikTok now, because that's kind of like where your main platform is. That's where I think that's your biggest following. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got TikTok. So on TikTok, why did you start doing TikToks?
It's actually an interesting story. Actually, I, like most people, like, I didn't want to join this app, but back in 2018, my little sister was using this app, and she showed me a video that she did that got about, I think, 10 likes. And after a while, I was like, okay, why not? Then I do it just like, just try it out. Then about a day or two later, I just got addicted to posting videos that I don't see a lot being used.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So post a lot of those things and just keep going with it. And then yeah, that's so you just like decided to start posting videos. So what kind of videos do you post?
It's just all kinds of videos. Whether it be like comedy. I hardly put up music stuff anymore because that's where not a lot of people were interested. And so I just focused on comedy, doing I guess not really dancing, but like movements with my upper body, because that's all I could show.
Okay.
When I didn't have a stand to hold my phone.
Okay.
While moving along with music, I do a lot of cosplay and editing stuff. Like I would, when there was a filter before it was removed that had a demon face on it, I would use that a lot, and that's how I got known for. Probably 5 weeks into using this app.
And that's what you got known for, and then they took it away, right?
Yeah, which is pretty
a bummer,
bad.
Right? A bummer. Like, you want to do it and you can't do it because they took it away. Man, that sucks. So they took away your filter and you started doing OC. What gave you the idea to go into the OC world?
Well, I was always intrigued with role playing. And I like making a lot of characters, even if it's not role playing. I just like making them. And then I've seen people dress up as their own characters, and I thought, hey, why not do something of my own?
Right.
And that's kind of where that filter came in. And when that was taken away, I always have a backup, and I would bring in new characters that may be involved with that one particular OC, because I've made a lot of them, and I'm surprised I can remember their names because that's too many.
Right. Believe me, I know that one. Like, trying to remember names of anything, even my own stuff. Like, what's the name of my own song? What's the wait? I don't know. What is it? Oh, that's it. Okay. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know. You definitely know. So, like, you made all these OCs, you made all this stuff, and now you have all these things going on. What's your goal as content creation at the moment?
Just to entertain everyone, to make them smile, make them laugh. That's really about it.
Okay. So
Bring joy.
basically what everyone's goal is to bring joy to people and bring smiles and stuff and bring things together. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Fucking A. So, like, with all of that, so your goal is that, and your goal is to be like a career person as a content creator, and like, are your plans of action to make that an actual thing?
When it comes to TikTok?
No, just anything, any form of content
Oh,
creation.
really? Anything?
Yeah, because like anything you create is a form of content that you create for others to enjoy.
Basically, I think what I would do is just do something that I love enjoying and really act as if I was using that for like the outside world. Like if I were to be doing it during work, and I would just put a lot of effort into it. And if that works, I'll keep going and see where it would take me.
Okay. So basically, you just do and see where it takes you. But like, okay, you're gonna see where it takes you. What are you gonna do? Just like jump off a cliff with a glider and see where you land? Is that like your idea?
No, but that is an idea. But no,
I know, right? Like you could record it. No, but for real, like what I mean by like you don't know where you're gonna land is in like when you're doing stuff like that and you don't have like any sense of direction, like or any goals. Like you're kind of just be like, oh, okay, what next? And you got nothing. Like my goals is, my first goal is to get partnered on YouTube. I got partnered on YouTube. The next goal is to be able to quit my job or be able to get partnered on Twitch, whichever comes first. I mean, whatever it is. So at that same point, it is what it is. And after that, then my next goal is just like to keep growing and making more different types of content that people want to come and see, whatever it may be. And learning from there, like what works and what doesn't work. That's really it. And it takes a lot of time. You're gonna go to Walmart tomorrow, mystery, with you're in your OC. Oh my god, it's gonna be hilarious.
I would definitely pay to see that.
Right? Question. Where are you originally from? Like what state?
I am currently living in Maryland.
Maryland. Nice. So you live in Maryland?
Or what I like to call the crab state, or also one of the smallest states that you can probably think of.
Why is that?
Because there's really it's like as a very small state, it's like there's like a lot of places that are just kind of put together, and you could like be there in like under 2 hours. Like, oh wait, I want to go to this and that. Oh, we're already here. Okay,
fair enough. So, all right.
That is if you want to beat traffic, of course.
Exactly. So it is what it is, and that's how it goes. I like the downtown harbor area. Really? Is that where you're at, Jurassic Rex now? Is over there? Oh no, you're in Florida. The fuck? That's a totally different place. I travel across state in an hour, right? Shit. So you have these goals now, and you're thinking about them. You're thinking about new things. Oh, your aunt lives there. Okay, I get it. I was like, you were like West Coast, and then you were East Coast. Like, what? Like, that makes no sense. I know Maryland's east, but like, what? You got all these goals now that I'm like kind of like making your brain think like, wait a minute, I can do that. Hold up. And that's like really cool. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like where to go from here. Like, game. We could talk about more about games, or you could talk about like your what's your next OC? You got any new ideas coming in?
I haven't really thought much of making another OC because I'm kind of limited on what I can do. Like, I pretty much use a lot of what I have around me. So it's kind of like, what should I do with this if I already use that? You know?
Well, the thing is, if you
So I'm just kind of stuck with.
What do you mean by that?
Because as I said, I made a lot of OCs, and I would just take whatever that I have around the room and put them together to see if it could be something, and if it works, I use them. And if I thought I wanted to make another OC, like pretty much like this one, then I would just find something different that I never done before or someone else has never done before. And I put that together, and boom, I got myself a character.
Very cool, very cool. Jurassic Rex in chat has a question. What are the posters behind you?
These are, over there is Deadpool. This one's Joker, Deadpool, and this one over here is
DBZ?
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a drawing my girlfriend made. There's a Punisher.
Tifa?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Tifa.
Barely can see it because like it's grainy, but yeah. I was like, okay.
You're actually the first one to notice that, actually.
What, Tifa?
Yeah, Tifa.
Really? I was the first one to know.
Yeah, because it's like so small.
I mean, she's not small, but in some aspects. But me, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I mean, I know 7 and 6. Those are the two I really know. When it comes to the other ones, it's like, eh. But yeah, that's really cool. So which out of all those posters, which one is your favorite? You really, Jurassic Rex? You know what aspects? You know. Don't give me that. You played 7 Remake.
I would have to. I don't really have a favorite because I think all of them are just really good, and I like them a lot.
Fair enough. What about, have you seen the show WandaVision? And if you have, what's your take on it? But no spoilers.
I haven't gotten started to watch it, but now that you've reminded me, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, fair enough. So right after this, you're gonna be click.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice. So speaking of shows, what's your favorite show that you have ever seen that you could just go back and rewatch?
Without a doubt, SpongeBob SquarePants. Without a doubt.
Oh God, fuck that show. Why? Why?
It's something that I grew up as a child, and it's something that I love to watch a lot, even now, because there's a lot of jokes that just never gets old, and like no matter how stupid it is, it just keeps me. It keeps me in a very, very good mood.
Okay, fair enough. Because I don't know, there was a few times my buddies turned on, I'm just like, what is this garbage? And I grew up on Looney Tunes. Like,
hey, Looney Tunes is good too.
Yes, no, the original Looney Tunes, not this bullshit. What the fuck, censored ass crap? Where it's like, no, the stuff where you're like, they throw innuendos and sex jokes and then like killing and deaths like all the time, and no one caught it.
I know the kind of Looney Tunes you're talking about. I love them.
Yes, those are the ones I'm talking about. It has. Wait, it has the 7 deadly sins hidden in it? Yeah, it does. SpongeBob grew on me after I was in a good mood and open to it. Really? They killed off Pepe Le Pew? Oh, of course. They killed off, yeah, it's one of those things. But they all come back because they're the Looney Tunes. I mean, the Animaniacs / Tiny Toons was like the start of the crossover of the censorship. Like, after those two, it was like, those were real good, but then I was like, oh no, what's going on here? No, why? You had like Ren and Stimpy, freaking Rocko's Modern Life, Rugrats. Oh my God, there was some hidden ass shit in those. Yeah,
there's a lot of hidden gems in like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of them.
They were sneaky and they were good. So, you like SpongeBob SquarePants. So what's your favorite character on SpongeBob? Ooh, a good question, huh?
Very. Though, I have to say, I have to pick the most relatable one and say Squidward.
Why is that?
He's just the most relatable, and even before like I start to relate to him as I grow up, there's like these jokes that he make or just certain phrases that he used that just makes me giggle. Nothing that SpongeBob or Patrick could do.
Really?
Honestly.
I mean, his nose. I mean, he's got a meme out there / GIF that somehow got on TikTok for a little bit.
I mean, Squidward's nose is so big he could probably swat a fly with it.
No, he could do a mushroom stamp. Yes.
You're not wrong.
Yes. Just imagine mushroom stamp, but it's actually another character in the show, but going in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah. That image is stuck in my head. I hate it. I don't know how it got on TikTok, but it was on TikTok. Yes, penis nose. Yes, penis nose. Yes, I don't get it. I don't understand how. I really don't. Like, yeah.
I mean, I've seen a censored version of Squidward, but I guess that's nothing new.
Oh, yeah. It was special. Thank you, TikTok. I guess it's not as bad as the other people that things got through. I've heard some crazy stories on TikTok of things that got on TikTok. Like how? But that's the internet. That's all the crazy stuff, but that's what it is. So what is your next game that you're going to purchase and play?
I'm gonna have to say Resident Evil Village, because I've already started replaying everything in the Resident Evil series. And when that comes out, I'm going to buy it. And if I like it, I'm just going to keep playing it. If I don't, I want my money back.
Fair enough. How did you feel about Resident Evil Nemesis remake? / re-envisioning.
As a game itself, it's not that bad. It's not that bad as a game itself.
No. Okay.
But as a Resident Evil game,
I have to agree. It was kind of like it was boring. Like it was good, but there was no real like big jump scares. There was only one time he got me. I think that was when you're about to leave the town, and it was right before he would shoot that big head off. It was around there when he jumps to you on that roof. That's the only time he got me. And I was just like, that was it. And then the end, it was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like the end was...
They missed a lot of things in that game. Like a lot of locations that weren't put into the remake, like the tower level, they got
rid of that,
removed that.
The Raccoon City Police Department was all missing. Yeah, puzzles. That's why I played Resident Evil. What's for the fucking puzzles? The puzzles were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And the police department, that's one of the things that really messed me up, is that it was one of the first places that you go to in the original, and they introduced that very much later, but it's only to show what has happened before the events of Resident Evil 2, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and there was nothing else.
Really nothing special.
No, it was. It was like, hi, it's here. Go do... Well, you literally like walk in, do a handful of things, you switch to him, and you learn... Oh, yeah, you switch to him, you walk around, you do a handful of things, and then you're out of there. It's like... What?
And it's not as fun when you're playing Carlos as in the second time, because... It's like you're just more doing. It's like you're playing like Resident Evil 5 all over again. Like it's not even scary. It's just you're just going into the action, especially when you're in that zombie horde section, which they just stack you up on a lot of things, which you just never fail on that part.
Yep. Even if it's on really hard, it's like you don't really fail. And Jenna says, "What you listen?" So asking, what kind of music do you normally listen to? I'm gonna guess what alternative / metalcore.
Actually, the type of metal that I listen to is actually new metal, and I know a lot of people trash on it, but there's a lot of good things that come out of it, like a lot of bands that a lot of people don't know, and there are some good songs from trash bands, you know?
They say trash bands. It's like, no, every single genre of music has some sort of band that I guarantee you could find, and you'll be like, oh, this is actually really, really good. I like this. Why haven't I found this before?
Exactly.
So, have you ever heard of Periphery?
No, I haven't. What was that?
It is a band with 3 guitarists, and they just are really insane. Think of like a progressive, but not progressive because they actually have verse choruses. They just have some long songs with a lot of parts. And they come back. They have one song where I think it takes 9 minutes to come back to a part. Because like the one thing I didn't like was like a Machine Head. Like, you know how they are very progressive and they don't come back to their parts? I don't like that. I like songs where you could be like, holy crap, they did all this and actually came back with this like so smoothly. Ooh, that takes talent. But
kind of like Dream Theater almost.
Better than Dream Theater.
Kind of.
Better. Way better.
That's kind of how I thought when you started explaining about
it's a good comparison.
Like kind of like a progression. Yeah.
They're really good. I'll send a couple of videos at that after this. Now, do you have any fire stories or broken bone stories?
No, I have not. I'm surprised I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I figured that I would, but no, I don't.
Okay, fair enough. Did you actually catch any of my shows or any beforehand?
I've watched some of your Apex streams, like after the stream's over, because I wouldn't get the chance to hop on and check it out. And I'll watch some of your interviews with some of the other creators, like Scotty or AMV God YouTube.
Okay, cool. So you got kind of just how this goes. I told you, like, it's just very chill, like tag, like have a good time, be calm, and you'll be good. No need to be nervous. So, do you play any tabletop games?
I played Dungeons and Dragons before COVID hit.
Cool.
Because I don't. Yeah.
What was your favorite aspect of Dungeons and Dragons?
Basically, just do whatever, as long as like there's some limits to it, like, because there's obviously going to be limits in a Dungeons and Dragons session, but just like having fun doing things that you probably wouldn't even do, not even like in other role-playing games, like interacting with some of the other players that you are playing along with, doing crazy things on there.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, like fist bumping a minotaur. I don't know.
That's cool. So like pretty much whatever you could think of in the stories and the aspects of what kind of like fucking random idea you could come up with while you're trying to make this adventure going on with the limitations that you have.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So what's your character in Dungeons and Dragons?
The character that I like using and reusing is he's a dark elf assassin. He's got like a bit of like a backstory that does involve with some of the stories that I would be a part of. And
so what's the
like
backstory?
sometimes it wouldn't be intentional that it'd be part of the story, but like the story behind him is that like the reason why he started, well, before he started out as an assassin, he was a rogue, of course, but
Okay.
he was like, he's the only drow in a elf village, so of course he would be different. And then one day a group of
That's one of my redeems, sorry. But not sorry. What's up, Parksville? How you doing this evening? Just comes in with the redeem. Derailing you, per usual. That he's good for that.
But like one night a group of bandits start burning the village down, killing the elves, killing them, that kind of plot.
Gotcha.
And of course he had a adoptive brother, of course, that he never got to see again, and that was pretty much his thing, is to find him so he can reunite with his only family. And then when the actual session begins, he would have that kind of plot progression in a way to his story.
Very cool. Very
like
cool.
At random moments.
No, that's really cool. So since we're entering almost the hour mark already, this is pretty quick actually. I'm going to start asking my closing questions. So,
okay.
First one is there any question that I didn't get to ask or answer, or you wanted to just cover or go over, or just something you want to talk about before I ask my following questions? Yeah, time did fly by.
It was pretty quick. I never expected to come by like that.
Make me damn.
Actually, now I think about it, I haven't got to answer the that one question you asked, was that what was the first ever role-playing game that I've played. I had some time to think about it. It, with my memory serving me right, it was the Dynasty Warriors series, but more particularly the Empire variant of the games.
Okay.
Not only do you make your own character, you can give them a story of their own that could be a part of some of the official characters.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And yes, time does go by when you're having fun. Exactly.
I can agree on that.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Dynasty Warriors, that particular series. Yep. Never was really a fan because I don't like horde of enemies coming at you, and you just like, I never was a fan of that. I like one-on-one, with like one character fighting another one, or like three at most, where you have to figure out how the hell do you kill this guy. Because like I play every game on the hardest setting, so like when I got God of War, I turned that on. Give me God of War. Fighting the Valkyrie Queen was that was fun. I don't use guides unless like I'm legit stuck for days. I won't use a guide. And let me tell you, that was fun. But the second question is there any interesting fact that not too many people may know about you? As in like just anything at all. Like, are you, I don't know. Is there something maybe I don't know about you that other people might know?
Interesting facts about me. I'm gonna have to pick out of all of those. Hold on. Can't really think of one, because I think like all of the interesting facts that some don't know about like are just already
Typhon
already out there.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I guess something that's interesting to me is that I prefer Pepsi over Coke. I don't know.
Hey, fair enough. Everyone has their own thing. And Pterodactyl Lady, what is up? How you doing this evening? Okay, so you have that, and you have What is the next question then? Because I have 4. The next question is, I know you don't know me or Blood, but do you have any questions for me and my wife? Because we're both content creators. I don't know if you know Blood Vixen on TikTok, but she's almost at 100K on there, and everyone knows, my whole chat knows her, but you might not. But do you have any questions for me in particular, or my wife, if I can answer it?
Actually, I have one for you both.
Okay.
How did you start creating content on TikTok and maybe even Twitch?
I started Twitch and YouTube not this June, but last year. This June will be 2 years. So almost 2 years now I've been on Twitch and YouTube. I started TikTok like in November or October, and I was watching Alpha Gaming to learn about exposure, and he said TikTok was where it's at, and YouTube is like a spot too. So I just started utilizing those more while bringing people to the stream, and it works. It takes a lot of effort and time, but I started it because my wife actually started doing Twitch streaming, and I'm like, I like this. Let me try it. I fell in love with it, and I still to this day like don't want to stop. I want to make people's day better. I want them to have a place to come and be like, hey, I'm having a bad day. I'm here to talk out your woes. Like, I mean, let's talk. Let's have a good conversation. I mean, yeah, of course, there'll be limits. You can't like come and chat every day like, oh, my balls hurt. My balls hurt. I mean, my balls are now my penis wrinkle hurts. Like, I will get on you, be like, hey, positivity a little bit sometimes goes a long way. Come on, mofo. But
not everyone wants to know that.
But I'm just saying, just random things that pop in my head, and a lot of people. That's what I want people to come to. I want people to come and have a place that they can come talk and have a good time, meet new people. I mean, I ran OC cosplay contest where you had to make the sound, you had to create everything by yourself, no post editing, nothing, and you just post it, and whoever got the most votes on the YouTube video for the comment, that for the particular person and name, won. And I've met some awesome people from that. I met some awesome people doing this show, and I don't want to stop. And that's why I started content, because I don't want to work for the man, and I thoroughly enjoyed this when I started doing it.
All right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, love, light, and positivity are my thing. Yes, Amanda. Those are my thing too. That's why, like, when you're having a bad day in chat, like, in Discord, that's why I'll sit there and if I catch it, if I can, I'll try to brighten your day up, or just be like, hey, it'll get better. I hope you feel better, whatever it may be. It may be dab. But point being, like, that's what I'm about. I mean, I can't fix everyone. I can't help everyone, but I will try to help who I can if they want to come and enjoy this crazy ride that I have here. But with that being said, we're going to go to this battle real quick. Everyone pick a number, because I'm picking it right now. So I picked a number. By the time the battle ends, you need to have that number picked. So that way we can keep rolling with everything. So let's start this battle. And with everything that's going, like, with this whole interview, like, that, like, I really enjoyed this. Like, meeting you was pretty interesting. Like, you and AMV are two different people. It's very interesting. I'm like, huh, cool. And that's why I like meeting people, because you never know. Like, I've met so many crazy people like doing this. It's insane. I love it. I love it. So with that being said, do you have any more questions?
No more questions.
No more questions? Okay. So no more questions. And then the last question I will ask is, who would you like to refer to be on the show? You know who I'm surprised is not here is your buddy AMV who referred you. Like, where are you, bro? Where are you?
Oh, really?
He hasn't typed in chat. He hasn't typed in chat. Hasn't said anything.
What happened, man?
I don't
I
know.
thought you gotta back me up.
I know, right? So this is the same item. So you both get one. So
Any? If I have to pick anybody, it would either be undead cosplayer or who is EJ.
and these are people you know, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Like anyone you know and want to see them on the show. That's and all you got to do is send them the link I sent you and then have them DM me. That's it. Once that's done, then they could contact me, let me know who sent the invitation, like so I know who it is, because I've had people like, yeah, I want to be on your show. Like, who are you? Who sent you? No one. I don't know you. Well, I gotta look at your stuff before I say anything, because I don't know you. I will trust someone else's judgment because like you obviously are a content creator. You're going to refer someone you know that actually creates content, so that way like your name stays good, and then that way the other person gets out there too. That's how it works. But with that being said, that was an hour, and you got no more questions, correct? Because
Nope.
I'm good too. I'm going to keep you on the line for a few minutes after this, and I'm going to get back to Apex, everyone. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this. This guy was really cool. He has a great group he's brought together to bring people closer and have everything come out. And it's like making everyone bigger, like as a group. And that's fucking awesome. That being said, I'll be right back playing Apex. Hope you all enjoy. It's going to be King and DJ Icewolf tonight. It's going to be crazy, some ranked matches, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. But with that being said, peace.
See ya.